Hey yo, and what is up, gang? Thank you for checking out SledgeHammer TV today. We are right now in the middle of Tommaso Ciampa versus Aleister Black for the NXT Championship. Aleister Black almost had this one wrapped up right now. This match has been absolutely fantastic. It has been going on now for a good 15 minutes, and these guys are absolutely spent. It is unbelievable the amount of athleticism that I have witnessed in this championship match tonight. It has been an unbelievable affair, believe you me. Obviously, you guys have probably watched this and are checking this out to see what I have to think about it, but I have yet to finish it, and I've decided to fire up this camera to capture my reaction as we are watching live. As Aleister Black is now firmly in control. I got the volume up on the TV, so hopefully you guys can hear what I'm listening to. This is awesome. The crowd is at a fever pitch. Tommaso Ciampa right now on the floor. Aleister Black having his way with him. Says goodbye, look out. Oh, rolled up small package. 1, 2. Tommaso Ciampa, a fraction of a second from winning this match. Charges into the corner. Black goes up to the second rope. Oh, Meteora knees. Oh, what a kick to the face of Ciampa, followed by a suplex. 1, 2. Oh, shit. I'm trying to be quiet because it's a little bit late where I'm at. And I got people sleeping all over the place. And this has got my adrenaline going. Aleister Black to the outside. Moonsault from the second turnbuckle to the outside. Misses. Oh! Ciampa just pushed him into the cameraman, apparently. Ciampa now in control. The referee, for some reason, gives a shit about the cameraman. What the hell is he looking at? Oh, shit. Here it comes. Ciampa with a crutch to the throat of the champ. The ref is too busy watching the fucking cameraman. 1, 2, this is it. Oh! Aleister Black kicks out. Oh, my God. This match is unbelievable. Oh my God! Oh, Ciampa's looking to set him up for that spike DDT rather. Black sends him out to the outside. Look out! Here he comes. Oh! Suicide plancha over the top rope, just almost took his head off. Oh, look out. Oh, he planted him with that DDT from the second rope. Ciampa's got it. 1, 2. Oh, kick out by Aleister Black. The Nightmare from the Netherlands will not let the NXT Championship fall to the Blackheart on this night. Tommaso Ciampa is bringing everything he has got to the NXT champion right now. Oh my God. Ciampa now outside. He's tearing up the set. He's pulling the cushioning up off the ringside floor, exposing the concrete. Looks like he's going to set him up for something big. He's going to try to take out Black big time here. Aleister Black looks like he's laid out cold in the ring. All this time he should have went in and got the 3 count right there. We would have had a new champion. Or maybe Aleister Black just trying to take a breather, playing possum. Now he finds himself in a very precarious position. The referee pleading to Ciampa to not execute this DDT off of the apron onto the concrete floor. Action's now rolling back into the ring. The referee's got everything under control. Well... Oh, the referee just got bumped. Black Mass super kick, but there's no referee right now. The crowd is counting. 9, 10, 11, 12. Black is up. He is frustrated. He is pissed. He's looking for the ref. Ciampa is out cold in the ring. The champ just had this match won. Aleister Black trying to revive the ref on the outside. He's now pulling him up. He's got the referee moving. Gets back to Ciampa in the ring. Oh, Ciampa's got him in the eye. Looks like he was jamming his thumb in his eye. What a disgusting piece of trash. Tommaso Ciampa will do anything to get this NXT championship. He's got the championship in his hands right now. He's got it in the ring. Wait a minute, the crowd's going nuts. This has got to be Gargano. It's got to be. There he is, Jonny wrestling super kick. He is going to stop Ciampa from winning this match. Oh, what the? Oh, no, not this way. Gargano just accidentally hit Aleister Black with the championship. Ciampa now with that devil driver DDT. Oh, no. 1, 2, 3. That was brilliance. Sheer brilliance. Bravo. Tommaso Ciampa, you son of a bitch. Woo. We've just witnessed an epic moment in NXT history, and I witnessed it with you guys together right now. For the first time ever on SledgeHammer TV. Only through the magic of NXT are moments like this possible. This is so beautifully done. Johnny Gargano, the one man who will do anything to stop Tommaso Ciampa from achieving this very accolade, is the man responsible for crowning the Blackheart, the new NXT champion. You're going to have to forgive my excitement because, you know, we got NXT TakeOver Brooklyn just a few weeks away, which means I am probably going to see Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano go one-on-one for that championship at the Barclays, and that'll be amazing. I'm in like a state of shock right now. I wanted him to win. I had a feeling he was going to win, but the way that this just went down, absolutely amazing. Ciampa now just being a real prick, forcing the referee to strap the belt around his waist, forcing the referee to raise his hand multiple times. He's waving goodbye to the crowd with a big old shit-eating grin on his face. The 14th NXT Heavyweight Champion. Mauro Ranallo, I like it, brother. Wow. What a moment. Oh my good God. What has he done? Alright, let's stop my WWE network from playing and let's talk a little bit about this. We don't have to say much more. You guys seen my reaction. You've seen how happy I was about it. This is an amazing thing happening right now in NXT. You know, Aleister Black, I feel a little bit bad for him, but he's one of the superstars in NXT that did not really need to ever be the champion. He was above the championship. One of those guys that just was bigger than something like that, I thought. He had a great aura about him, and by having him in this World Heavyweight Championship scenario over the last couple of months since he won it and defended it against the Velveteen Dream, he defended it against Lars Sullivan, breaking his jaw in two, you know, like, he doesn't really need to remain the champion. So this move by NXT to put it on Ciampa, to build up a feud and continue, actually, a rivalry that everybody pretty much thought was done, and I'm super excited. I'm super excited. The rest of this episode was fantastic as well. We saw Adam Cole, baby, of course, doing his thing at the beginning of this episode, and he fought Sean Malouda, who somehow is still around. And, oh, by the way, since we started it so unusually today, I almost forgot to introduce myself to any of you guys that just decided to join me tonight. My name is Nick Nightmare. Along with me is my trusty team of... I'm sorry, I just had a little frog in my throat there for a second. My team of the World Heavyweight Champion, Mr. Blue the Snowball, and the Wrestling God of Thunder, the official sledgehammer of the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show, Thor, the Hammer of Reality. Now, since I'm all thrown off by the mojo that NXT has just driven inside of me, there's my introduction. Thank you guys all for joining me. If it's your first time here, don't forget to subscribe during our amazing SummerSlam extravaganza. Help us turn SummerSlam season into SummerSlam by being one of the hundreds that are joining day by day right now, trying to get us to that 1,000 subscriber goal and beyond. Let's make it 10K, let's make it 100K, let's get as high as we can go before SummerSlam comes and goes, and let's get us to where we need to be, because this is the absolute biggest, newest, fastest rising podcast in all of YouTube, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Spotify, and Podbean, where it all began, baby. So now let's talk about this show again, since I got all that out of the way. And don't forget to get your t-shirts. You saw the picture at the front. If you love my show and you want to support me and you want to help the show get better, all you got to do is grab yourself a t-shirt, send me a picture of yourself in that t-shirt, and then I'll get you guys on the show. We'll give it a nice little video tribute. We'll get a shout out. We got the big 2-year anniversary coming up. Maybe I'll do a nice little subscriber video, but that depends on you guys getting at me, at Nick Nightmare on Twitter. Post it on the Facebook fan page or get it to me through DMs somehow. We'll figure it out. Just get it to me once you get it, because I want to see my fans wearing my stuff. And then you could be on the show with me. So, NXT was great. Adam Cole versus Sean Malouda pretty much was very surprising to me, as I was saying, to see Sean Malouda back on the NXT roster. It's been a long time since I've seen his face. He was very impressive in the Cruiserweight Classic a couple of years back, and he is part of the Anoa'i Wrestling Dynasty, so it's no wonder why he keeps popping his face up. They love to keep these guys around. Let me pull Blue back into his original position where he's really supposed to be, so I can get a little bit more comfortable here. There we go. And Adam Cole easily dispatches Sean Malouda. It was a pretty decent match between the two, of course, but the story is not that match at all. The story comes with Ricochet coming out and challenging Adam Cole to a match for the North American Championship, which Adam Cole says he does not deserve, and he will not lower himself to face Ricochet in Brooklyn. So that ends up turning into a whole standoff, and then the Undisputed come out, and then the War Raiders come out, and then Mustache Mountain come out. Next thing you know, it's a full-on brawl in the back, and things are in motion, and we got a whole bunch of good things setting up to be in place for NXT Brooklyn. Probably a Tag Team Championship match will be in play for the War Raiders, and then we'll have Adam Cole versus Ricochet. We're going to have Tommaso Ciampa, most likely, versus Johnny Gargano in Brooklyn, if not a rematch with Aleister Black. Either way, I will take it. It was fantastic. And for the women, we had a lot of women stuff tonight going on. We had Shayna Baszler and the contract signing with Kairi Sane, and that was very intense. Shayna Baszler has come a long way. She's absolutely blossomed into a fantastic talent on NXT. I can't wait to see what she's going to do in Brooklyn against Kairi Sane. This is more than just a rematch from the Mae Young Classic last year. As Shayna Baszler wanted to point out, she is twice as bad as she was back then. She was just that Shayna from a year ago, she said, was just a shell of the Shayna that she is now, and Kairi Sane better have her game at full speed. And Kairi Sane says to Shayna Baszler, "You know it, I know it, I can beat you." That was pretty much her only line. She kept repeating it very, very well, and it was very intimidating, and it looked like it seemed to be getting under Shayna Baszler's skin. Shayna Baszler also throwing shade for some reason at Candice LeRae and many of the other women that she's already easily dispatched on the NXT roster, which would prompt Candice LeRae to show up as Shayna Baszler was exiting the interview and getting her face, try to be all tough, and Baszler pretty much laughed it off, said, "Yeah, you slapped me once before, you got away with it, slap me again, see what happens." That's the badass Shayna Baszler has become, and I'm absolutely feeling everything that they're doing down there. We had Lacey Evans in a match versus some new girl, Tanilla. I feel like they used that name to get at Tenille Dashwood somehow. I don't know. Tanilla does not sound good. Sounds like vanilla, and I didn't care too much about her. Lacey Evans is very impressive. I hope that she gets a nice push following this whole Shayna Baszler thing. She's a great villain. She's got a good look. She's very different. I kind of dig the music. It's like old school, but it's got a nice little modern beat to it, and I love her whole package. Her whole gimmick is great, and Lacey Evans gets a nice win tonight. We saw Bianca Belair sitting there talking about how she's undefeated. Undefeated. The EST of NXT is just that. She is undefeated, but she is on the DL right now, and she was all pissed off about being asked about that. She doesn't feel like she has to earn anything when she comes back, and when she does come back, she's coming to get what's hers, and that's all she kept saying as she walked out. I'm coming to get what's mine because I am undefeated. And I don't blame her. I'd have the same attitude. I absolutely would. We had an announcement next week that EC3 is going to be taking on Kona Reeves. Nobody really gives a shit about Kona Reeves. At least I don't. He's one of the few NXT talents I could really care less about. I can do without him. It wouldn't bother me one fraction of a shit. I wouldn't give even that much of a shit. EC3 right now seemingly staying on the babyface side of things, going to be embroiled in some sort of a feud with the Velveteen Dream following the low-down dirty trick in London. I couldn't think of anything better than that on the fly. But we all know from NXT that the Velveteen Dream was in a tag team match with EC3 and he left him high and dry. And now EC3 is looking to have some revenge on the Velveteen Dream, and that will probably be being built for NXT TakeOver Brooklyn as well. So my interest is extremely vested in this whole entire night and everything that they built up leading towards the event, most especially that championship match. Holy cow, you guys. I cannot believe that it has actually happened. Tommaso Ciampa on social media does not break. He is his character 100%. He's given Matt Hardy a run for his money as far as dedication is concerned, if you ask me. Tommaso Ciampa has been putting on some of the best matches all year long with Johnny Gargano that we have seen on WWE TV as a whole. Forever. You can count it in history. They at least have one of the best top 5 matches of the year so far. It's going to be absolutely great. I cannot wait to see how this man just drives the stake into the heart of Johnny Gargano and the NXT universe there in Full Sail University next week when he celebrates winning his championship. What is he going to have to say? Who's he going to direct his attention to? You know it's going to be Gargano. He's going to shove it right in his face. And the fact that Gargano played such a huge part in how this went down was absolutely beautiful. It was beautiful. This is actually the type of thing that I hoped they were going to do with Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre in the future on the main roster, that somehow there would be some sort of an accidental thing like that that would end up making them turn on each other. It's a great angle. It's something we haven't really seen executed so well in a long time in such a meaningful fashion in a rivalry that is just at its fever pitch. The NXT universe cannot get enough of Ciampa versus Gargano. All throughout the match we had chants of Johnny wrestling. The crowd was absolutely eating up that match, as I was. You've seen it in the first 10 minutes of this episode. We watched the end of that match together, and it was absolutely fantastic. There's really not much else I could say about tonight's episode of NXT. 1 hour of some of the best stuff you will ever see. If you're not watching NXT, you're missing out. I know that I don't review the show every single week, and that's because they are always at such a high quality that it's hard for me to just sit here and talk about how beautiful everything is. And quite frankly, it's a lot more fun and more entertaining for me to tell you guys how shitty things are, because it's easier for me to be funny that way. And when we're talking about NXT, there's nothing to be funny about, because this is serious business. This is serious business, and there is no reason tonight to drop the hammer down on NXT, not even one bit. This was a perfect episode on the build to the big show in Brooklyn in a couple of weeks, and I am super, super excited. Thank you guys all so very much for indulging me in this very unique episode, as we never really watched anything live before. I hope that the microphone was out enough that you guys actually got to hear some of the action and some of the play-by-play. I couldn't get the video up on screen. I don't want to do that and start causing problems and getting copyright shit. I got to figure out all the rules before I start doing stuff like that. Plus, I need to upgrade my systems, and I need to do that. In order to do that, I need you guys to subscribe to this channel right now. During SummerSlam, it's the best time to do it, because I don't know when we're going to have another event again. And I want you guys to subscribe right now. If you subscribe during this video, I want you to, in the comment section below, hashtag SummerSlam. Let me know you subscribed, why you watched us along here on this NXT review. Maybe it'll prompt me to do more NXT reviews in the future. I do get a lot of requests from them, from my fans, and it's just a matter of time and my work schedule, and sometimes it just doesn't offer me the opportunity to do it, but I will make the effort if I see a big turnout here and I see a lot of subscribers and I see you guys smashing that like button. Take your sledgehammers at home, whether they're imaginary or real, and bash your mouse. Don't break it. I mean, just, hit it kind of lightly so you hit the thumbs up and then it lights up, and that I know that you enjoyed today's show. And then share this video with each and every one of your wrestling friends all over the wrestling world, especially if they are a huge fan of NXT and they freaked out over Tommaso Ciampa becoming our new NXT champion on this absolutely beautiful hour of professional wrestling. That, my friends, is going to do it. My name is Nick Nightmare. With me, as always, is Thor, the wrestling god of thunder and the hammer of reason, the world heavyweight champion of microphones, my best friend, my little buddy, Mr. Blue. What would I do without you? I wouldn't be talking to you guys, that's for sure. Thank you guys all for being here for the SledgeHammer Wrestling Show's NXT review, talking about Tommaso Ciampa tonight. That, my friends, is going to do it, and we are out of here. And we will see you all week long for the absolute best coverage in all of professional wrestling right here on the SledgeHammer Wrestling Show. Have a good night.